Hey guys, welcome or welcome back if you are new. I am Isha and today we are doing the mid-year book freakout tag. So, if you are interested in seeing what I have read so far, maybe possibly adding some of these books to your TBR, come on in. All right, guys, we are going to jump right in because although I tried, I didn't really stick to like one book for some of these. And then when I talk about books, I tend to talk a lot, so I don't want to make this video too long. So I'm just gonna try to give you cliffhangers, okay? If I remember, I will definitely just put the book tropes on the side. That should work. That should work. All right. First one jumping in is best book you read so far this year. I picked two. The first one was an audiobook, and it's The Nanny is Off Limits by QB Tyler. QB Tyler writes Best Spice, Taboo, Forbidden. She's queen. She's queen. I love her books. So that one basically a lawyer needs a nanny for his three children. He has a teen, a preteen, and a younger child, and it goes from there. The other one I picked is Beneath the Sunshine, and that is by Smartline S. This book, really great book. If you have not read this, please add it to your TBR now, okay? So these are two people who met previously through a friend. They have a mutual friend, and Riley is her name. Riley is this awesome female character. She is Afro Latina, and I love that. I love when culture is shown in book and done so well, and just presented the way it was in this book. It was awesome. So she meets Lucian. They have a great night. They stay up talking. They hang out. Eventually, though, she does go back home. I forget where she lives, but she does go back home, and Lucian never has forgotten this night. In his head, he is going to get Riley back to France, and the book is based off of basically how he does that and where they go from there. Um, the best sequel you read so far this year. I'm going to go first with Beast by Tia Rain. Beast is two books. It's book four and book five, and that is in the Church series. Basically, Beast was a child who was taken in by this organization, and all of the boys that they take in have these special disabilities that this organization teaches them to utilize to the best of their abilities to become assassins. And Beast is literally just that, his namesake, and it is so good. Such a good series. American Beauty is the second one, and that's by Georgia Gates. This one is book two. First one is American is Steel Beauty, and this basically follows a young lady who works for like a company that, if you ever seen Love Is Blind, like she sets up the rooms where wealthy people talk to each other behind a wall, and their goal is to find love. Unfortunately, she is a worker. She's not supposed to talk to the clients. However, the guy arrives early one day, asks if he can ask her a couple questions. They hit it off, they click, and now he wants to meet her. So that one is good. Really good. Um, New release, haven't read yet but want to. So Empire of Seduction by Mila Finelli. It's a mafia romance. I have read the previous book. So this one, I believe the female character owns a winery that the male character has purchased from her father. Um, and she's not happy about it. But they have also met each other in a previous situation, and just I don't think she really knew who he was at the time. So I do want to read that. The other one is King of Envy by Anna Huang. I want to listen to this on audio. I have listened to the previous book that introduced these two characters. I don't know too much about this storyline plot. Someone did say that it is kind of a slow burn, which they are not my favorite, but I am intrigued by the characters, so I think I'll check that one out. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. First one, I'm going to go with Mate by Ali Hazelwood, and that one is coming out October 7th. So this is a wolf shifter romance, and the first one got a lot of mixed reviews. I mean, I personally, I enjoyed it, but I like wolf shifter books. I mean, I'm not saying it was my favorite wolf shifter book, but it was pretty good. Wild Card by Elsie Silver is September 9th, and this, I believe, is going to be the last book in this series, and it is a friend's dad age gap, um enemies to lovers, I believe. And we met these two characters in the previous book, and their friends don't know why there's tension between them or that they even knew each other, and I'm already intrigued. I want to know. Okay, so biggest disappointment of the year so far, I would have to say, is Shot of Mercy by Shea Ruby. I got this as an arc, and I thought I was really going to love it. It is a male mafia romance, age gap, best friend's dad. And those are all my favorite tropes. So I thought I was going to love it. Turns out it wasn't done in the way I thought it was going to. The younger character was very bratty. And I was like, this is supposed to be a mafia romance. He was very bratty and very disrespectful to his Don, which was the male love interest. And I'm like, this is a mafia romance. Like, it just didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. So that was my biggest disappointment. Biggest surprise this year so far, I would say, one is Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I listened to the audio. It was done by Joe Arden. He's one of my faves. I didn't think I would like this one because of what it was based on. There's basically, we have two unalivers. And they meet up, and throughout the next couple years, so they can, keep in contact, they set up this game where they pick a person, and the goal of the game is to see who can be the first to unalive this person. I thought that was a little weird, but honestly, the romance was great. The banter, the funny, it was good. And it was not what I expected. I do want to continue with that series. Two other books was Quicksilver by Callie Hart and Vicious Bonds by Shanora Williams. And both of those are fantasies. And I'm not really a fantasy girl, for one, because the books are normally way too long. Like, I don't know, I can't do it. But these were done really well, and both are series that I do want to continue. Favorite new author, well, his author that is new to me was this year so far was Kira Cole, and she's a mafia author. I read Sinful Oath, I want to say back in January, and then I saw somebody else's book video, and they were talking about a book called Scarlet Secrets that was by her, and I said, that name seems familiar. I think I read her before. So I read, that was a duet, so I read those two, and I believe I do like her reading, so I'm gonna go with her. Newest fictional crush or character. I'm gonna combine newest fictional crush with favorite character so far. We're gonna go with Kirill Petrov from Bride by Coronation. Sorry, and that's by Maggie Cole. So we have a Russian male lead. This is an age gap, kind of arranged / forced marriage, and his face is disfigured, so he feels really bad for the person that has to marry him, and he says he doesn't want her to have to look at him every day, and it was just so sad, but he was so sweet to her. Like, it's so good, so good. The other one is Nikolaev, and that is from the book Nikola by Eva Winters. And Eva Winters is one of my favorite authors. She writes mafia romance, billionaire romance. She's got a lot of series, and they're all pretty great. You can't say that about a lot, but they're all pretty great. So this is a second gen book. I read Their Parents, and this is a second gen. And Nikolai, he's he's not what I expected him to be. He's funny for one, little crazy, and just the way his demeanor with his parents is not what I expected when I read the parents books, and this little boy was in these books, and now there's a second gen book, and he's funny. He's funny. He's a funny character. Um, a book that made you cry, that would be Cross My Heart by Shea Ruby. Now, this book is the reason why I thought I would like Shot of Mercy by Shea Ruby, but it was not the same. So this is another male romance, and this follows three best friends from the age of 13 or 14, and you go through school with them, middle school, high school, college, and one goes to the army, and you just see how their friendships change. However, the two main characters, um, Noah, when he first meets Tyler, he tells the girl Scarlett he calls dibs on Tyler. And she's like, "You can't call dibs." And he's like, "No, I call dibs." And then it just goes from there. It's so good. It hurts so bad. And books don't make me cry, but that one had me. If you do want to jump into that one, just check your triggers. Check the front, because like I said, one is in the army, so it does contain a couple army scenes. Does go through the loss of some friends that is on page, and that could be a lot for some people. So just heads up. A book that made you happy. I am going to go with one, The Path of Loving Him by Megan Quinn, and I chose this one just simply because I remember listening to it on audio. It made me laugh, it made me smile. There's found family, strong family bonds in this, and I love when I can read a book that has found family or strong family bonds, and someone can just meet someone and feel like, they're a part of their family already, and that book has that, so that made me happy. The second one is Soulless Monster by D.M. Mortar. This one simply made me happy just because I was happy to be back in this world. If you don't know, this book is about a vampire. I started reading D.M. Mortar because I started her Legacy series, and the first one is Unclaimed Mate, and they are vampires that are called Dompiers, and they have powers, and you follow them. You go from brother to brother. I believe there's 3 or 4 brothers, and this one is one that their dad had turned and made into a vampire, and his love interest, the way he meets his love interest, and what he chooses to do after meeting her. But this whole series, like, if you take Vampire Diaries and the originals and put everything on Klaus level, that's these vampires. If this was a show or a movie, if this got picked up, if anyone ever sees this and you want a new vampire show to pick up, these are the books for you. These are the books for you. I watched this a million times over. Incredible. The most beautiful book you bought so far. Okay. So I have 2. We are going to go. The first one is Rewind It Back. I'm saying this one is my first one. And I love this because, for one, it's my favorite color. It's red. So we got red sprayed edges, and that cassette tape right there, done it. You done it for me. I wanted this cover just because of that cassette on the tape. Music is my life. The way music is represented in this book and what this cassette tape means to that couple, I needed it. And I needed it because I even bought it and it was a paperback. And so I needed it. That book, basically, best friends to enemies to lovers. And if you know anything about the Windy City series, good book. This one is a special edition by Blush Book Box, and this is one of my favorite books. So this is Don't Kiss the Bride. And this special edition is incredible. So we just appreciate that fall look that we got going on. It is so pretty. So then we got sprayed edges. We got leaves. the cat, the heels, the mug, the acorn, the ring. It this book is gorgeous. And if that part wasn't gorgeous, can we just I mean, this book is beautiful. Beautiful. I needed this. And I'm so happy that I have it. I'm so happy that I have it. I do have another copy of it up there, but this one is my favorite. The other one's pretty too, but this one's gorgeous. This book, quick rundown, it's an age gap, marriage of convenience. Basically, a construction company owner meets a senior in high school. She's 18, and he helps her out. He helps her fix her car, and nothing romantic or anything, nothing funny about it. Helps her fix her car. Another incident comes up where he has to take her to the hospital, finds out she has a health condition, but unfortunately she has no health insurance. So he offers to marry her so she can have just his name to have his health insurance. And then when he finds out the way she's living, he offers a room in his house for her to live in, because she lives with her mom in a trailer, and her mom's a hoarder, and the trailer is so bad, like, it's not clean, stuff stacked up that she blocks off her door so her mom can't get in her room to add stuff in her room. So she enters and exits this trailer she lives in through her window, and he sees her going that way once, and he's like, yeah, no, you can't live like this is crazy. So it goes from there. Like, they have a friendship, and he is so respectful, and he doesn't try to make it a romantic relationship at all. But then she starts wondering, like, why doesn't he want a romantic relationship with me? What did I do? But it goes from there. It's so good. That is a book that I will reread constantly. I've listened to it on audio as well. I love it. Books you need to read by the end of the year. And this is the last question. So I am going with a series I want to finish, and that is Bourbon Boys series. And these books are basically a grandfather and his 3 grandsons, I believe, who own a bourbon company, and they run it off of their ranch. They run it off of their ranch, and it follows each brother as they meet their love interest, and each of these women have their own story or backstory, if you will, and it goes from there. But I have only read the first one so far, and I really enjoyed it. And so I'm going on to book 2, but I want the audio, and the audio is not out yet, so I'm kind of waiting. So hopefully I'll get to these before the end of the year. The other is The Devil Himself by B.B. Easton. This is book 2 of the Devil of Dublin series, and I did read the first one a while back, and I don't know why I have not gotten to this one yet. It's on my list. It's on my e-reader list. It's on my audio list. I don't know why I haven't gotten to it, but the narrator for these books, I absolutely love. The male narrator, I absolutely love him. So I'm definitely going to get to them. The other one is books by this author, B.K. Borison. I don't even know how many books on my list from last year, maybe even the year before, that I said I was going to read and that I was going to get to, and I have not yet. And now First Time Caller is the most recent release, I believe, that everyone's talking about, and there are mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I do want to get to it because I do think I might enjoy it. It's reminding me, it's giving feels of like a Hallmark movie, and I think that's really why I want to read it. If you know me, you know I love my Hallmark. So basically there's this child, and she wants her mom to find love, so she calls into this radio station, and her mom ends up talking to the guy that runs this radio show, and I think it starts the love connection between those two. And I have definitely watched 1 or 2 Hallmark movies like that, so I think I will enjoy this. I do. So I kept that simple. I'm gonna leave it at those 3. There are so many more that I do want to read. I think maybe I'll do a reel for the 25 books I want to read in 2025, even though we're halfway through, but I might do a reel for that. And yeah. So if you have read any of these, or if you would like to tell me what was your favorite read so far, or what book made you cry this year, or what book makes you happy. Any of these questions, if you want to answer, drop them down in the comments below, or if you want to just leave me in a book emoji, let me know you watched this video. Greatly appreciated. If you have not, please subscribe and like this video. That will help me out greatly. I am trying to get out of this stagnant numbers I am standing at. So that I would greatly appreciate a like and subscribe if you have not already. That is all for today. See ya.